There's been a call. Can you hear it? The call of the wolves in space!
Hey guys, work in progress here. So, as you can tell from the intro, this weekend, or last weekend, I brought Wolves in Space to the Nexus Gaming Lounge for a little RTT up in Denton, Texas. It was a really fun game, little 3-round little RTT tournament. Been the first time I've ever done something like that. And I want to give a big shout out to Nexus Gaming Lounge for having us. It was a fantastic event. Definitely recommend checking them out. Well, first I want to go over what I brought. So I'm bringing something new that I don't normally bring. I normally bring Emperor's Children, but I was bringing a Saga of the Great Wolf list because I wanted to get my Space Wolves painted up, and it was a little challenge for me. So what was really fun about this list was being able to do Wolfguard Gladius, basically. In which I had 3 options that I could pick from, and then also a lot of spicy stratagems that I forgot to use and didn't do a good job with. But the fun thing and what I really wanted to bring with this one is that you can bring a Wolfguard Terminator captain and make one. So I made one custom that I'm very proud of, in which you also get free rapid ingress and free heroic intervention with that enhancement. So let's go over the list in general. We've got Arjak leading a unit of Terminators. We've got Logan Grimnar, who's staying by himself to get his movement bonuses and back to auras, which I didn't do a good job at. Oh, you got Bjorn the back generating a CP. Captain and Terminator armor going with the other unit of Terminators, which was super fun. Iron Priest with some bonus and some redeploys, which was fun, but not super useful. Ragnar going with Blood Claws to give him advance and charge, and also them a full reroll, wound reroll, trying to go into O target so you get full hit and wound reroll. Then we've got Veneresian Wolves that were meant to kind of do my back end deep strike block, which worked, but really wasn't efficient. Gladiator Lancer that died instantly, Redemptor Dreadnought that didn't do as much as I wish he had. The Repulsor Executioner was also shooting some stuff up, but it died pretty fast too, which was, it's fine, it happens. We had some Wolfguard Head Takers, which was super fun. I put them with the Wolf Priest to give them the ability to bring one Head Taker back every turn, and that was super useful. And then of course the 2 Wolfguard Terminator list. Only one, yeah, I had one that had the chain gun in the fist, partially because I just built him that way because it was cute. But yeah, so that was basically the list for that one. It was a very interesting list and a very fun one to play, but I'll probably be abandoning the Wolf Gladius for Beast Slayer just because I want those lethals against characters, monsters, and vehicles. And that would have been a much better thing, especially going up against my first game, which was Scintillating Legion. I'd never played against Chaos Demons before, and playing into Scintillating Legion was both a nightmare and a joy. I am very much looking forward to the fact that GW has just recently nerfed them at the time of this recording, because, oh my god, they were scary. But, so we had Be'lakor as the Warlord, we had a Demon Prince with wings, with the enhancement Neverblade, which gave him some bonuses, and that, because I don't remember what it was. Kairos Fate Weaver, you had 3 of the Lords of Change, and let me tell you, those birds were killer. The rest were a Screamer unit, 3 Screamer units, and then some Flamers to basically be some chaff and some jumping in, and he really just didn't need to bring it down. That indirect from the Lords of Change and the, oh god, what is his name? Kairos Fate Weaver. Can't remember his name. Was just nasty. I did manage to take down Be'lakor, and I'm very proud of that. But yeah, that didn't happen very fast. But we had a great game. It was a great time. Those birds were very tough, and I kind of realized that some of the stuff that I brought was a little bit more of even just kind of thematic thinking rather than what am I going to be dealing with at this tournament. And so early turns, I was able to come in and kill some Screamers, but with the toughness of his guys, I was intimidated and I forgot my game plan. I overloaded the left side of the field, in which his right side had completely free reign to do whatever they wanted to do, and with that indirect, he was getting some blasts off that were just insane. As you can see there, I did kill a Screamer, but like there was nowhere for me to put in Terminators behind him, and there was no way for me to get over there without risking some really great shooting towards my Terminators. And it just really, it wasn't a great move by me to redeploy my Repulsor Executioner over to the right or the left side of the board towards his natural expansion rather than really just taking my natural expansion. So, and then it goes into my next game, which was Kroot. So I would say that I fought Talda this game, but I didn't. Dubin, my opponent, who was a great guy, he had one character leading this entire army, which was an Ethereal. And then as you can see here, it was just the most galaxy-spanning Kroot list. I think he had 6 of the Kroot battle line. Like, he had maxed out Kroot battle line. He had the shooty guys. He had the chargy guys on the riders. I'm honestly not going to go through this. As you can see, this is an insane amount of units. I think when we were done looking at everything, it was around 200 units, almost like maybe 180 to almost 196 individual models that were on the table. I know he had at least 6 units of 20 mans, which were insane. As you can see, there's Kroot, there's more Kroot, and there's even more Kroot coming along the way. Oh, and guess what? There's also some Kroot. But this game was super, super, super fun. Just remember, when it's fun, it's Kroot. But this game was a lot of fun. This game was insane, and honestly it took so long to actually do because of the fact that there was just so many models on the table that it was nearly impossible to try and like get this game to move in a way in which we really wanted to. I honestly don't even remember doing much besides just hanging out with Dubin, which was a great time. Because this game was fairly straightforward. The amount of bodies that there was just on the field was just, all right, cool. He's going to infiltrate there. He's going to infiltrate there. And everything that I normally would put in reserves, I'm like, yeah, no, this all has to start on the field. I tried to stage some things back to make sure that he couldn't like extend and charge. But from honestly, my game plan should have been, even though I did extremely well in this game, my game plan should have just been holding the line, which I did a very good job about. I'm glad that I kept 1 unit in Deep Strike, because that allowed me to get some presence onto that. Not my natural expansion, but his natural expansion, which I probably wouldn't have any presence on if I hadn't had Deep Strike in that first movement turn. But as you can see, in that first turn, I was able to get that Gladiator, or not Gladiator, yeah, the Gladiator forward. All of my melee that was staged in those 2 ruins got sent forward to the center to just try and hold that. Little baby box Dreadnought Bjorn is moving up the side to take some takes off as well, and then we've got the Redemptor staying on the home that's going to eventually move to the center as well. But this was super fun. The Krutox riders are the ones that really wiped me in the center. Those guys are tough, even though they've got not a lot of stat line. They were able to take out my Blood Claws and Ragnar, but my Dreadnoughts and my Terminators were really able to hold the line against these guys. And this was my first time doing fixed missions, which was super fun. It was definitely a lot different of a way to play because, you know, you knew what you were doing the entire time, and it wasn't like, oh, well, I need to move him from this position now to over here because that's what I drew. And I understand where people go in doing fixed missions and they go, okay, well, you can do this one and you can do that one and you can do this one. And it allows for a lot better of a game for you as a game plan if you already knew what you were doing. As you can see there, we had some Terminators in there. That was my custom Terminator captain that I made for this. I really enjoyed using the custom Terminator captain. He was such a sick model, but unfortunately, the points cost for everything in that unit just to get a free heroic intervention or free rapid ingress didn't really work out in my favor because the Terminators were so spread out and they were so much of a like, well, this unit is good by itself, that I didn't really give myself the opportunity to make that happen or make that go into a spot where I would want to like stop a charge that way. It was a very interesting combination, but probably not one that I'll take again. At least for a competitive game. For narratives, oh, I'm bringing him every time. He's super, super fun. And it's definitely worth doing. Now, this game ended up being a win for me, 100 points, which I'm very proud of. My first max win in a tournament. But that was because I scored max on Cole the Horde, and I can't remember what else. I think I just had to deny the center for him, which he got some behind enemy lines with those Vespids right there, but he couldn't take as much as he needed. And with me just sending everything full forward and the toughness of having a 4-up invuln, I was just able to hold the line. But it was a super fun game, and in all honesty, I now really want to play against another Kroot list. So in my last game was against Josh in his Band for Band Thousand Suns Hex Warp Thrall Band. It was an awesome game. I honestly was getting my butt whooped, but there was just not much that I could do. He played a great game, and it was a lot of fun. We were just laughing the whole time. He was hitting me with 2 Demon Princes of Tzeentch with wings, one with Empowered Manifestation and one with Arcane Might. He, of course, brought Magnus the Red, because you can't not bring Magnus the Red. He's awesome, and he looks great. And he brought 2 Sorcerers and Terminator armors with Empiric Onslaught, and one without that. Of course, for those, he's got 2 units of Scared Cult Terminators in their full form of 10-mans. Some Zangord Enlightens, which I got hit with, and I hated that. I think he's got 3 units of those Zangor Enlightens, and then some Zangors just to hold his backfield. It was a great game, and I ended up really just kind of learning more than I ended up really kind of doing my own fight. Josh seems to be one of the best players that I've played against recently. And it was just such a great learning lesson, and like being able to ask him questions on rules and how things work and what I'm able to do and what I'm not able to do helped me really elevate my game for the next one. And just being able to play with somebody who was that like highly ranked and who was just so nice and so charismatic and so fun to be around, that it just was such a nice game, such a fun time. So looking forward to it, and I hope to see all of you guys at the next one. Again, shout out to Nexus Gaming Lounge, and a thank you to the staff up there who was up there and making this such a great event. Travis up there was running it, and he was phenomenal. Thank you guys. Check out the Scotch eggs we got after the tournament. Yummy. And don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps the channel, and we'll see you for the next one.